but mobile Donegal team against a physically big and high-fielding Armagh team. Well, Armagh came through to the final after good wins over Tyrone and Down, while for Donegal, well, it was a return to a final that they'd only lost in a replay 12 months ago. Well, could they take the title at the second attempt? That question was answered at Clonus this afternoon, where Marty Morrissey was your commentator.
Damien Campbell from County Fermanagh refereeing his second Ulster final. Starts the 1999 final in St Tiernock's ground here in Clonus, County Monaghan. 30 to 35,000 people here packed into this huge ground, and everybody anticipating an Ulster final to be remembered. It's raining in Clonus. No wind, no sunshine, very humid, and Donegal playing from right to left. Outside is Manus Boyle, and that's the first score. After 35 seconds of play, the first score of the Ulster final goes to the man from Killybegs in County Donegal. It was the first time that Manus Boyle got touch of the ball. He was given acres of space by Pádraig O'Neill, and he slotted it beautifully over Brian McAlinden's crossbar. Here's the one and only Ger Houlihan. And Ger is held by the right corner back, and it's a free up for Armagh. Ollie Reel from Silverbridge in South Armagh between Mullabawn and Crossmaglen, and he floats it gently over the bar. After 8.5 minutes of play here in Clonus, the sides are level. A student teacher in St Mary's College in Belfast shows his free-taking expertise as he puts that over Gary Walsh's crossbar. Anthony Malloy's pass inside. Declan Bonner calling for it. Tommy Ryan gone inside. Bonner still with possession, and referee Mr. Campbell from Fermanagh gives the free to the green and gold. Manus Boyle, he scored 1 goal and 4 points against Derry in the semi-final. He has 1 point on the scoreboard already, and there's point number 2. An excellent free by Manus Boyle from Killybegs. He puts Donegal into the lead. The crowd in the Convent Hill watches as the big Mark Grimley goes into the clouds. Martin Toy not able to hold on to it. It comes to James McHugh, combining well with Donald Reid, who is fouled, and a free to Donegal. Quickly taken. Trying to find Anthony Malloy. Back to James McHugh. Martin McHugh is outside him. This is brother Martin, and that puts Donegal even further ahead. The wee man, Farbiog, the hero of Donegal, puts Donegal now 3 points to 1. Great fielding by Mark Grimley, giving it outside to Leo McGeary, who's man of the match against Down. You have to produce something similar, as Ger Houlihan once again has the ability and capacity to beat John Cunningham. And this time Houlihan earns the free. An opportunity now for Armagh to reduce Donegal's lead. Ollie Reel from that angle makes it 3 points to 2, and Ollie Reel has contributed both points. John Cunningham's sideline ball. This is Martin McHugh giving it to Manus Boyle. Oh, can he create something out of this? Nicely linked outside to right half back Donald Reid, and Reid high and over the bar. The right half back shows his forwards the way, coming up into the attack, and a very valuable score by Donald Reid. Manus Boyle and Anthony Malloy were in the combination, but there was the man who plays his club football with Red Hughes and Killygordon, sending it high, very high, and over the bar. This is Kieran McGurk giving inside to Mark Grimley. That's a good effort, and that's his first point of this Ulster final. And now the sides are level yet again. Mark Grimley is getting into very good positions and unquestionably is causing Donegal problems. And the midfielder just inside the Donegal 13-metre line got possession, and there's the answer, straight over the bar. And sending it up towards Joyce McMullen in the Four Masters Club in Donegal. Swung around there, and no doubt whatsoever, referee giving the free to Donegal. Manus Boyle, and the angle that faces him. And once again, he has sent it to the right, to the left rather, and wide. And really, Donegal will have to avail of these opportunities if they're going to win their fourth Ulster title. Kick out comes straight to Mark McHugh, had to work hard for it. This is a great opportunity, it must be! Yes! Tommy Ryan, the scorer, but the referee has blown his whistle. He's calling back the play, and he is giving, I think, a free in to Donegal. Not giving the advantage. Let's look at it again. The ball was inside to the full forward, and he planted in the back of the net. But to be honest with you, I don't really know. The referee obviously spotted something. He was very insistent that it was a free, although he looked a bit disgusted himself with the decision. Tommy Ryan can't believe it, as Declan Bonner puts it over the bar, and Donegal go into the lead by the narrowest of margins. Ryan McAlinden, Joyce McMullen and Leo McGeary. And Leo goes out over the line, and the referee, agreeing with his linesman, gives a free or a sideline kick to Armagh. Leo McGeary getting it inside to Mark Grimley. This is John Toner. Back to Grimley. They play club football together. And Armagh's distribution in towards their forwards, not the very best to say the least, as Jim McConville makes space. This is Kieran McGurk with 2 goals and 8 points to his credit already in the championship. Make that 2 goals and 9. Kieran McGurk with the point. That makes the scoreline look something like that. It was good work by McConville. John Toner was in support, but calling for it was Kieran McGurk, and the man who plays club football with Sarsfields gently put it over the bar. This is Joyce McMullen roving all over the place. Give it inside to Martin Gavigan, playing at centre half back to Anthony Malloy, the captain of Donegal in the 1990 Ulster final. This is Mark McHugh. This is Brian Murray. Oh, that is a superb point. A brilliant movement by Donegal. It started way, way back, and the man who finished it was Brian Murray. Easily the score of the match so far. Martin McHugh was at the tail of the movement, but look at Brian Murray all alone, and just a simple tap over the bar. And essentially, really, Donegal backs very tight marking this afternoon, and Armagh forwards finding it difficult to get away from them. As James McHugh gives it to the one and only Martin McHugh, and Donegal go into the lead on a 3-point lead. As the scoreline there, 8 points to 5. It was the McHugh brothers again. Martin was waiting for it patiently, and really the Armagh defence will have to be asking questions about the tight marking on Martin McHugh. Leo McGeary. It's Martin Toy trying to get it to a colleague, but Martin Shovlin is there. Donegal playing well, intelligent football, as Tommy Ryan comes out for the low ball. James McHugh calling outside. Still Tommy Ryan. Just came back from Boston before the Ulster Championship. He was a valuable asset to Brian McNiff's army. The effort by Brian Murray. Aidan Short is there for Armagh. He bursts his way out. Calling for it is Mark Grimley. Dominant in the first part of the first half as such. The Donegal tactics seem to reduce his influence. As Martin Gavigan gives it outside to Tommy Ryan, all alone. Gareth O'Neill giving him way too much space. And Tommy goes for height, goes for accuracy, and the white flag is raised for Donegal. An inspirational score, surely, for Donegal by Tommy Ryan from Termon, just outside Letterkenny. His right knee heavily bandaged. Gareth O'Neill from Killeavy tried to block it down, but it had plenty of height, but it had plenty of accuracy as well. Beautiful point. And here come Donegal again. Martin Gavigan from Ardra. This time Gareth O'Neill is a lot closer. Gives it to Pádraig O'Neill. Comes all the way down to Ollie Reel. This is Martin Toy, moved into the right corner forward position. But Donegal very confident now. This is Matt Gallagher giving it out to his midfielder, who switches play over to this side. Well gathered indeed by John Grimley. Playing a stormer at centre half back. Goes on the rampage. Gives it across to Jim McConville. At least that was the plan. But Donegal avert the danger. And really the amount of creativity, or the lack of creativity, by the Armagh forwards could well be the difference between success and failure in this Ulster Championship. Kieran McGurk sending it across to Ger Houlihan, trying to get inside Matt Gallagher, and Houlihan this time finds the target, and Armagh are just 2 points behind the boys from Donegal. Another one of these Armagh City players. This time he plays with Pearse O, and the leisure centre attendant in Armagh City went for the point, and he got it. Good score. This is Aidan Short. Kieran McGurk, full forward occasionally in this match, playing a roving role all over the place, looking for support, and that's really the difference between Armagh and Donegal. Donegal very much more alert to support play, while Armagh that little bit hesitant. And the one man who was running off the ball consistently since he came on is this man, Shane Skelton. Good cross, and straight over the bar. He's only in the match about 5 minutes, and he reduces Donegal's lead to 3 points. This is Leo McGeary, and another one of these high balls, whopping in around the house. Comes out to Jimmy McConville, and McConville high and over the bar. That's his first point, Prospect Glen Rangers star. And that's actually his first score in the Ulster Championship this year. And it was from a very difficult angle, which broke down from John Toner. And from that angle, McConville is really deadly, and he puts it over the bar. And John Bawn Gallagher from Killybegs, 121 All-Ireland in '87, is drafted into the side, and going off is Brian Murray. And it's at midfield that Armagh are winning this Ulster title if they can win it. But Martin Shovlin is having none of it. He wants that Ulster Championship medal as he goes into the attack. Gives it outside to Manus Boyle. This is John Bawn Gallagher. To Anthony Malloy. Brian McAlinden. Getting it out towards his centre half back, John Grimley. He had a white bandage around his arm in the first half. Now it is green as Armagh come storming back. Good ball in towards Ger Houlihan. Always first to the ball. I've said it right throughout the match, and this time it pays dividends as Ger Houlihan has equalised this Ulster final. He really has been playing well. He's contributed 2 points. But watch this, always first to the ball. It's a golden rule for forwards, and every manager, trainer in the country will be giving this as an example of good forward play. Got the pass, turned straight over the bar. $11 points each in Clonus. 12 minutes left as Martin Shovlin tries to get it out. As far as John Bawn Gallagher. Tony Boyle working hard for it. Still Boyle. Trying to get it in towards Declan Bonner. Brian Canavan keeping with him. But Declan Bonner puts Donegal into the lead. A distant cousin of the famous Paddy Bonner. But the Bonner clan are alive in Clonus. The kick out by Brian McAlinden. Superbly gathered by Mark Rimley. Out towards Jim McConville. Over to Shane Skelton. Well, the cynics and the critics have been criticising the Ulster Championship, but this Ulster final is producing a memorable occasion as Shane Skelton gets his second point of the afternoon. And make no mistake about it, this Ulster final is up for grabs. It was great work by Skelton, and he really has added tremendous width and potential and creativity to this Armagh attack. John Cunningham quickly taken towards John Bon Gallagher from Killybegs. Inside to Manus Boyle from a difficult angle. Off the post and over the bar. John Bon Gallagher gave it into Manus Boyle, and that is a superb point. And it could well earn the Ulster title for Donegal. Just 3 minutes left in the Ulster final. Armagh have to produce either a goal or 2 points to get it out of the fire. Anthony Malloy trying to find Tony Boyle as the subs combine. This is Barry McGowan giving it inside to Manus Boyle, and that is surely the insurance point. Killybegs will celebrate their hero Manus Boyle tonight. 3 points between the sides, and possession and holding on to it will be absolutely crucial. Shane Skelton is fouled, and possession given away incredibly by Shane Skelton, and that now must surely ensure that Donegal are going to win this Ulster title. But then again, maybe not, as Armagh come in pursuit once again. This is Ger Houlihan over towards Shane Skelton. That's a good effort, and that's another point. 3 points he's contributed, and he was dropped for this Ulster final, but unquestionably he has proven his worth. But just dead on time, no injury time, no extra time. Donegal are the Ulster champions of 1990 by the narrowest of margins. The final score, Donegal 15 points, Armagh 14. Father Gallagher, the president of the Ulster Council, presents the cup to Anthony Malloy, the Anglo-Celt Cup. Donegals are Ulster champions 1990. To the cheers of Ole Ole. Paddy Bonner may be God here in Donegal, but they now have 24 apostles. A magic moment for Donegal.
Well, I felt we needed the extra point. I felt we needed to go a point in front because Donegal were playing that good type of football. They were pushing the ball up to their forwards, and they were always dangerous to get a point. I thought we needed to get a point in front, which we didn't happen to get.
Our inside forwards got some great scores, I must say, and that's what it's all about. Last year, we came here, and I think we missed far too many chances, and at this level, we can't afford to miss chances, and it's scores on the board that counts at the end of the day.
And well, it certainly is that. Well, right now, let me introduce our football analyst. That's Gay O'Driscoll, the former Dublin footballer. Gay, you're very welcome. From what we saw of the action there, it was certainly tight and exciting at the finish. Was it a good game overall, Gay?
By and large, I thought it was one of the better Ulster finals, Michael. It was a very exciting game. The conditions probably contributed to a lot of especially in the first half when it was wet. I thought a lot of the foot passing went astray and went awry. Donegal played very good football out of defence and so on, but when it went to the foot, I think they had a bit of a problem. Now, it may, as I say, it may have been conditions and so on.
I mentioned leading into the match, the contrasting styles between the two sides. Donegal tried to play this kind of fluent game of passing the ball, as you said, playing it out of defence. When it works, it's great, but it doesn't necessarily always work.
That's right. It tends not to work. Their forwards came deep into the defence, and they obviously did their homework on Armagh, and they played the short, quick ball out of defence, which worked very well up to the middle of the field. When it works, it looks very well. Here's one where it works. You have Manus Boyle coming from deep. If you notice now, he's the corner forward coming right up. Yes. He plays the ball into Brian Murray here, who flicks it across beautifully to Donald Reid, who comes in. He's the half-back, the right half-back, who had a super game, and he gets a smashing point from there. Now, that's one of the times it worked, but it didn't work. It's about the only time it worked. When they came to the middle of the field, they had to put the long ball forward, and in doing that, they got a bit lost, you see, in the Armagh defence were able to clear it up. So if they work on that, and one of the secrets of getting forwards back into defence, you can't afford to have them missing up front. When they're up front, if they come deep into defence, when the ball goes back up into the forward line again, they have to be there and they have to be around. Consequently, it takes a bit of work.
Sure, yeah. Okay, one aspect of this game, now, OK, Donegal did win by a point in the end, but there was a disallowed goal there in the middle of all of that. Had they lost, I think there would have been a lot of talk about it. Because of my viewing of it, I couldn't see anything wrong here. Yeah,
I had to see it again on replay, and if you notice here, the Armagh man actually puts his hand on the Donegal man's back.
Yeah.
And I think the referee actually blew at that stage because he appeared to push him. While he didn't actually push him, I think the referee blew the whistle probably a little bit too quick, and having blown the whistle, he had to bring the play back to get to take the free. If you notice again here, he puts his hand directly, squarely on his back. His right hand goes on his back, and the ref is directly behind him. So I reckon he pulled for the free there.
Blowing the thing up too. So
yeah, it would have been a very harsh if Donegal didn't win. Yeah, exactly.
Donegal people if they'd lost that one. OK, Gay, who did you pick as your man of the match from this?
Well, again, I thought it was a Donegal team effort. The Donegal player team and management obviously did their homework very well. And in a team effort, there are a lot of very good players. The two wing backs, particularly, I thought played exceptionally well throughout. The two McHughes played well, and the full forward line, but I thought I would give it to Martin McHugh because I thought his work rate was phenomenal, creating space, and he was marking a very, very big man, so he had to move around a lot, creating space, getting into space, and taking the vital scores.
Well, he was out injured at the earlier part of the season, so certainly a very valuable asset to Donegal football, is to say Martin McHugh. Well, now at this stage, Donegal play the winners in Leinster, which will be decided in 2 weeks' time. It'll be either Dublin or Meath. And giving as neutral a view as you can on this one now, Gay, who do you expect that to be?
I was afraid you were going to ask me that. I think either side could win. I think Dublin will go in as underdogs, and you know, I would always prefer to be going in as the underdog. I think Meath are playing very, very well this year. There's not a lot of talk about them. Dublin are getting their act together. I think they're actually getting their act together now. But Meath would be favourites. I think Meath would be favourites to win. But then on the day, you never know.
From what you've seen of Donegal in the Championship and Ulster, do you think they're capable of having a go at it at the All-Ireland level?
Yeah, quite honestly, Michael, I think Donegal are going to give any team a run for it because they play this open football and this open game, and particularly, as I said, out of defence, playing that open, quick ball out of defence. Once they get to playing the ball forward, from the middle of the field forward, and getting people like the McHughes and the Bonners and those guys running for the ball and running into space, I think they'll give any team a problem. They'll cause a lot of problems. And now, this particular team, I believe, should have won an Ulster title before now.
Sure. And should have won it last year.
They should have won it last year. It was the under-21 team that's coming through, and I think that this will give them the confidence and the boost. I think they'll give any team a problem.
OK, so says Gay O'Driscoll. By the way, we have something a little special coming up for you to savour later on, Gay. But right now, though, it's time to recap on the